Hi folks, welcome back. Uh, this is one of the videos in a series of videos where we are working on parabola related problems from the SAT College Board practice test. So this problem here is from the practice test number 4, section 3, problem number 15, and it's a fairly straightforward uh, problem that has essentially have to use the quadratic equation formula for the roots. So the question is x square minus k over 2x is equal to 2p. In the quadratic equation above, k and p are constants. What are the solutions for x? So if we go and what's the formula for the quadratic equation? If we have it in the form, let's say a x square plus bx plus c equal to 0, the solutions are minus b plus or minus square root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So that's the two roots. If we take minus b plus square root b square minus 4ac over 2a, you get one of the roots. And if you take minus b minus square root b square minus 4ac over 2a, you get the other root. So now let's convert the original equation that's given to us here back into this form. So that's you have x square minus k over 2x equal to 2p. So we subtract 2p on both sides, you get x square minus k over 2x minus 2p equal to 0. So in this case, our a is equal to 1, that's the coefficient in front of x square, and b is equal to negative k over 2, and c is equal to minus 2p. So if we go ahead and plug in into this formula, we get, so our minus b is what? Minus of k over 2, that's just plus k over 2, right? Plus or minus square root of. So what's our b square? That's minus k over 2 square. That's the same thing as k over 2 square minus 4 times a is 1 and c is minus 2p. So this is equal to k over 2 plus or minus the and this whole thing divided by 2. So k over 2 plus or minus square root of k square over 4 plus, because you have minus and minus, that would become a plus. So 4 times 2 is 8 and you have 8p. This whole thing divided by 2 is our answer. So coming back here, we see that's the same thing as k over 2 plus or minus square root of, let's write 8p as 32p over 4. So you have k square over 4 plus 32p over 4, the whole thing divided by 2. So you can take 1 over 4 out. Of course, since it's in a radical, what comes out is half. So this would be equal to k over 2 plus 1 over 2 square root of k square plus 32p. Now this whole thing again divided by 2a, which is 2. So that you can see, um, let me see if I can find my pen. Where did it go? Okay, there it is. So this thing is equal to k over 4 plus or minus 1 over 4 times k square plus 32p. So notice this thing is the same thing as b over here. So that's our answer. So let's get to the next problem. So here it says, what are the solutions of the quadratic equation 4x square minus 8x minus 12 equal to 0? Again, you have multiple choices. One is, if you know the formula, you can plug it in and try to uh, figure out the solution. Otherwise, you could either use factoring method or you could use completion of the squares. So those are your three options. And so let's see whichever turns out to be easier. So let's start working on it. You have, the problem is 4x square minus 8x minus 12 is equal to 0. So here you notice you can divide the whole thing by 4 on both sides. So that will make it a little bit easier to work with, because it's 0 on the other side. Dividing with 4 would still leave it as a 0. So if you do that, you have x square minus 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. So this one actually it's much simpler to factor. Yeah, I would let you try using the formula minus b plus or minus square root b square minus 4ac by 2a and try to do it. That you would still be able to solve this problem. So, but just to show you a different way of doing it, I'm going to factor this and solve this. So what I'm looking for is how to break up this minus 2. I want to express this minus 2 as sum of two numbers, which if I multiply, I get minus 3. So what could I use? If I took 1 and minus 3, the sum of those two numbers is minus 2 and the product of those two numbers is minus 3. So that's what I'm going to break it up into. Oops. Let's see. So if I do that, I write this as x square minus x plus 3x. So minus x plus 3x, so plus x. This one should be, let me cancel this. Again, let's get rid of that. Okay, so it's getting a little tricky to, let me just scratch it off. So let's do this. This is x square plus x minus 3x minus 3 is equal to 0. So I can write this as x into x plus 1 minus 3 into x plus 1 is equal to 0. So my x plus 1 is common in both this. Here and here I have x plus 1. So I can rewrite this as x plus 1 multiplied by x minus 3 equal to 0. So my two roots are, if x is equal to minus 1, this whole thing becomes a 0, or if x is equal to 3, it becomes a 0. So which answer coincides with that? So that would be B. So this is my answer. Okay, so this is also is sort of a quadratic equation type, not exactly, but I wanted to throw it in there because it's a very important formula you need to know. So in the equation above, a is a positive constant and the graph of the equation in the xy plane is a parabola. Which of the following is an equivalent form of the equation? So which of this, so this equation is the same as, so one of these four. Which one is it? So the main thing that you need to know is if you have any two numbers, so let's say L and M, L square minus M square is equal to L plus M times L minus M. So this is a formula you kind of need to know. You can easily, if you multiply this, you can see that this is what you get to. So this is almost in that form x square minus a, but it's not exactly. So you can say y, when it says y is equal to x square minus a, so forget about this. Notice that this is same thing as x square minus square root of a square. So if you use this formula, what can you write it as? So that would be x plus square root of a times x minus square root of a. So that is the same thing as, again, b. Some reason all the answers are turning out to be b. So, but again, if you know this formula, what would this one actually turn out to be? So this would be x square minus a square. So that's not what we are given. So that would not work. And again, using the same formula that I mentioned above, what would this turn out to be? This turns out to be x square minus a over 2 square or equal to x square minus a square by 4. So that's not the same as what we have here. And clearly this wouldn't work. So what is the expansion of x plus a whole square anyway? So that is x square plus a square plus 2ax, and that's again not this. So the answer is B. And so let's go to the next problem. See, we have time to do this or not. So I think I'm going to stop here and finish the, I think there are a couple of more problems. We'll finish that in the next video. Okay, thank you for watching, and if you like it, please put a like and share it with your friends. Thank you.